What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Abel, aka Porter Rhymes. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to do a video every day in January, but it's a long story. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm actually doing a videos response today to. I'm not really sure of your name. I think your username on YouTube is Sakata, a whole bunch of numbers and stuff. I think, but anyways, your stuff will be in the description if y'all want to check her out. I'm doing a video response to one of her videos where she was talking about black women and why they're least likely to date outside their race. Um, I know since you posted that video, you've done, the video went viral on YouTube and blogs and etc. And you've actually posted several retractions and responses to your original video. I've seen a couple of those videos, and I see that you retracted a lot of what you said, but I'm still responding to the first video because I know there's a lot of people that do feel that way, and I just had to respond to that because it's not the first time that I heard some of the things that you said, and it bothered me. I'm not even gonna lie, the video did bother me for several reasons. I mean, I kind of see where you were trying to go, but you was just so to the left, and I just had to come and give my opinion. Just like you're entitled to yours, I'm entitled to mine. So here it is. I'm not going in any particular order. I just wrote down a couple of things that you mentioned that I disagreed with. Okay. First things first. In the video, you said things like over 50% and majority, and I know that you see why you shouldn't say things like that. You shouldn't be making generalizations like that. I mean, it's one thing to talk about a specific, type of a specific stereotype, and I know the stereotype is a large amount of people do fit into the stereotype, but there's still a lot of people that don't. So you have to be careful when you're talking about things like that and how you say it. Now, one thing that you said, you didn't say majority or 50% or most. You said all black neighborhoods are in ruins or they're, chaos and all of that. I have to strongly disagree with you right there because I live in I'm just throwing this number out there, but from what I see, in 95% black neighborhood, it's mostly black. There's really not that many other different types of races here. And this is a middle class neighborhood. There's no chaos, no crime. Nobody slinging rocks on the corner, nothing like that. So you have to watch what you say when you say things like. And this is not the only middle class black neighborhood. I know of several. I know of many. I know of the type of neighborhoods you're talking about too. They're out there. But you know what I'm saying. Like you have to be specific when you're speaking because you're degrading a whole community with the way that you talk. And I'll get into that more later. Now, same thing with what you said that that most black women come from broken homes and stuff like that. Again, watch what you say. Now I found this interesting. You were talking about how you yourself are in a interracial relationship with an Asian man. You're married to an Asian, and how you were talking about how other black women that are married to Asian people are in a relationship with Asian men, and how you were saying that they get so wrapped up in their significant other's culture, or and you were saying that you have a culture of your own, so you're not interested in Asian culture. I felt like that was a dangerous statement, and here's what I mean by that. Us as people, we become better, we grow off of learning from others, understanding other people as well as ourselves, and teaching others about us. So when you say things like, I don't care about your culture because I have my own, that's how things like prejudice and racism and things of that nature come about. You have to want to know about other people. If not, then you're no better than the people that oppress you, because the people that oppress you only care about them as well. See what I'm trying to say? So I don't think that's a negative thing to want to know about someone else's culture, especially if that person is someone in your life. To think about it, I don't know if you have children or not, but let's say that you don't. When you do have children, your children are going to be half of whatever your husband is. So, your husband is Asian, you yourself are Ethiopian. And of course you're gonna teach your child about your culture. You bring your culture to the table, but wouldn't you want to understand your child's other side, and understand their culture? Because as they're half of you, but they're half of whatever your husband is as well. Wouldn't you want to understand your husband and where he comes from and why he does the things that he does? I mean, I don't. That's. I just no. Like I just yeah. Another thing that I wanted to point out. You said that black women are the most desperate women on the planet, and they're just not good women. Wow. I mean, again, you are you're feeding into what the media portrays of black women, the bitter, angry, and all ignorant, all that shit, and you really have to be careful about the things that you say. Like, I really didn't understand what your reason was for making this video, because I mean, and then you said this in the comments. So you said that nobody can criticize the black community without being villainized, and or whatever the word is. And here's the thing: yes, you can. You can criticize the black community without being criticized for doing it. It's the way that you do it. If you're just sitting here saying the black community is this, black people are that, black people are this, and you're not stating a solution for it, what is your point? I can talk about what's wrong all day long. Like, I can talk about everything that shouldn't be. And if I'm not stating somewhat of a solution, or in my whatever solution that I can come up with, then I feel like I shouldn't talk, I shouldn't speak. There's no reason of pointing out negative things when you're not saying how to change these things. You know what I'm saying? When you don't state why to change, like how to change these things, it just looks like you're spewing hate, even if that's not what you're doing. I don't think when you posted this video that you thought you were spewing hate, but that's how it came across to me and to a lot of other people. Like, I had to watch the video several times to think otherwise, and to kind of see where you were coming from. But yeah, so you have to be very careful of doing that. That's like the old saying, say what you mean and mean what you say. Yeah. And I seen in the other videos that you came back and you said that you do consider yourself black. I'm glad that you came back and said that, because judging from that video, I wouldn't have came to that conclusion, because I know there are some people that don't consider Ethiopians black, but they are. I'm just putting that out there for other people. Ethiopians are black, and if you consider yourself black, indirectly you were talking about yourself in that video. I mean, I know you weren't talking about yourself, but that's how it come across to other people, other people outside of the community. So you have to be careful of the way you say things. What else did I want to say? This is kind of petty for me to even bring up, but you said that black women, most of them don't speak proper English, but then you said worser, and last time I checked, worser was not a word. I just had to put that out there because it was in my head, and if I caught it, I'm sure someone else did too. Now, but with all seriousness, when you get on YouTube and you post videos talking about things like this, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, you're a voice. You're representing the Ethiopian community, and you have to be careful of how you say things. So, yeah, I mean, you don't want to put yourself in your own community in a negative light, and when you speak like this, you do. And put the shoe. I mean, like, put yourself in an African American woman's mindset. Like, you imagine how a black woman would feel watching that video, and you talking down to them like you did, because in that video you were talking down to people. You weren't just stating problems. What if someone got on YouTube and was talking about Ethiopian women and how they're all stuck up and they think they're better than everybody else? How would you feel? Because that it's a stereotype, and I don't know about you, but let's just say you don't fit that stereotype. So imagine, and there's coming here saying majority and over 50%, even though you're not like that. that's still the the view that they're putting out there. And so, and when you posted this video, you proved that stereotype, whether you knew it or not. Like, you represented that stereotype that Ethiopian people are stuck up and all that other shit. And this is me coming as an Ethiopian man telling you this, Ethiopian American man, because I'm a first generation. I was first, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I was born here, but yeah. So basically, at the end of the day, the moral of the story is, watch what you say. I'd be interested if you responded. If not in a video, maybe, I know you've done several videos about this. I'm sure you're tired of it, but in the comments, and just let me know what you think. And everyone else out there, give me your opinion, and share this video, share my video, and share the original video to your friends. I know most people have seen it, but let's talk, because I feel like this has opened the doors for me to talk about a lot of different things that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I don't know how long this video is, but I feel like I've been talking too much, so I'll see y'all later. Okay, I just wanted to come back real quick because there was a couple things that I forgot to say, and I'm gonna make it real quick because I know I'm running out of time. I shared the original video on Twitter, and I said I wanted everyone to come back and tell me their opinions, but I especially wanted to hear from Ethiopian women and even Ethiopian men or whatever. And the response that I got is like, I didn't see a lot of people that agree with you. I mean, there was some people that said they could see where you were coming from, but they didn't like what you said, how you said it. I didn't agree with the video at all for the most part, but that's just me. And I also shared the video with my family, like my mother, my aunts, and my sisters, and all of them. And yeah, they didn't really agree with you either. Like, my mother's response to that video, mine is a lot more contained than hers was. So yeah, and that she's coming from being older Ethiopian women. She woman, I mean, and she's been in America since she was about 15 years old, 16, 15, whatever. And so yeah, and yeah, what else was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot to mention this earlier. In the video, you stated that black women are trying to be Asian women or something along those lines. What were you trying to say? Like, I didn't understand that, because I for the most part, the people that I see on the daily, the people that I deal with and see, are black people, and I never seen that before. Like, black women trying to be Asian. Like, what were you trying to say? Like, come back in the comments and let me know, because that really just boggled my mind. And I feel like I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna just end this video for real right here.